So we return to Arrakis. And a lot has happened since I was live last time. I've made a hell of a lot of progress, to be sure. At the same time though, I am enjoying the hell out of this game. It is actually kind of amazing how much of a hold it has taken on me. There you go, Penguin. We're currently in a testing station. Testing stations are basically small dungeons, and while I was setting up stream, I was killed, so that skull over there is my loot. And these are my killers.
Back up.
Now, the blade that I'm holding right now is of a very high quality. Probably stronger than most of the items that these guys have. You love that move. Which move? The knee move. Oh, you mean the Duncan Idaho knee to the face move? Well, it is a very good way of closing the gap. And the reason why swords are so prevalent in the... is prevalent the right word? The reason why so many people use swords and blades in this futuristic science fiction is because whenever you shoot your weapon, a ranged weapon, your shields go down. But they don't go down when you use the sword. So you're actually safer running into melee than you are when you're shooting your weapon. As long as you're not facing too many enemies at the same time. Now, for this reason, I have made my build primarily go around being a sword master, and I've mixed in the regenerative abilities of a Bene Gesserit. So I have extra maximum health, and I have trauma recovery, which means that if I go very low, my healing will be boosted. Yeah, I believe that's why they use melee weapons or melee weapons in the movies as well. Because if you can see my shield now, right? But if I start firing, it goes away. But if I'm swinging the sword, it remains. Which is a game mechanic that I really like, because I'm much more fascinated by going into melee range and doing close quarter combat. We don't have room for that. We don't need this though.
Power. We had a good thing going here, but you pushed it too far. You started to believe your own speeches. I thought you were smarter than that. Well, I was in Harko yesterday, and I overheard a pair of Harkonnen officers talking about the movement and mentioning the Red Scorpion. Not the sand flies, but the Red Scorpion specifically. I know you like the attention, and now you're going to reap what you sow. If you're lucky, the house troopers will find you before the horde of Solari-hungry mercenaries. Me, I'm going back to the smugglers. Good luck,
So
Red
what I'm
Scorpion.
been doing right now though is I've been doing several side missions at once. So currently my inventory is chock full. Because this is an area just for quest items or mission items. Oh, I'm carrying a corpse. Well, I'm not going to be needing that. Right? No.
Identify yourself. Shield on. I need reinforcements. Weapon empty.
So I'm gonna try my best to to not spend the entire stream building again. I said that the last time as well, but I think I did build some then as well. But I have been enjoying the main story quest line a lot. Like, it is surprisingly good, I think. He was just using a type of weapon that shoots burrowing bullets, so to speak. So when the bullets hit the shield, they will start moving slower, but they will continue pushing inward. So the only way to get away is to dodge to the side, so that the bullets glide off, so to speak. Now the melee fighters are actually the harder ones to deal with in this game. Because you can have the lowest ranked melee fighters, but if you get swarmed by literally more than one, and they get through your shield, then you're at a huge disadvantage.
You're not leaving here alive. Shoot. Eyes on target. Shield on.
But now these are just pretty low level, just footmen, really. So I'm not really having that much of an issue to defeat these. But it is the last part of my my current mission, though. I thought I had a mission down here. Did I not? Yes, kill the red scorpion. Okay, so we're still looking for him. Hopefully we will find the correct path down here.
Huh?
It is pretty much a maze.
Now! Here's my backup.
I think we are probably getting pretty close to him, though, because usually the highest value loot is going to be closer, you know? And they're storing a hell of a lot of water right here. Could be wrong, though. But water is a sacred resource on Arrakis.
Our time is near. And while the Harkonnen and Atreides enjoy the privileges of Canley to indulge their ancient feuds, workers die in the fields, gathering the very wealth that supports them. Without us, they are nothing. They are few, we are legion. We are the people. And in the name of the people, I say it's time they take warning. It is time they learn this is Arrakis. Anything that you tread upon can be lethal. When a scorpion is ground beneath a heel, it strikes back. And its sting is deadly. Soon we will have the strength to show them. Soon we will have the strength to strike. And strike we will. In the name of the Red Scorpion. In the name of the Sandflies. And in the name of the people.
Not entirely, I can't remember why I'm killing this dude. Let's see. Oh, grenade. Not entirely sure what just happened there. Let's have a look. So, here we go. Okay. Yes, I'm infiltrating the sandflies. Oh. I'll be getting a native stillsuit set variant, which is pretty nice. I think that might be the stillsuit, somewhat similar to the one that they wear in the movies, if I'm not mistaken. Well, it's getting very loot heavy, so I feel like we're probably closing in on the ending. Either that or I'm going the wrong way. Which is entirely possible. No, I don't think so.
I'll put him down.
I think I should switch out some of my stuff, because I have been using this kit for a long time. And primarily the reason why I do that is because it's really good to close the gap, but it's also good for traversal. Because I can launch myself into the air with the kick. And then glide like this. And bonk my head on a metal bar. Just a second here. Let's see what we have. I should probably do a Swordmaster mission soon so that I can learn more in there. Gravity field. Could do weirding step instead. It is easier to hit with it. Currently I'm just looking for loot canisters though, because usually, like right now, I'm in an Imperial testing station, and there is loot down here that you don't really find in other places. You may find them in similar testing stations though, but I do want to have as many of them as possible, and that's the weirdest step right there. Oh shit. Okay, they're double melees. I'm not gonna mess around with these too much, I don't think.
Enemy.
A little tougher. Oh shit, I'm out of stamina.
Shields on.
And I'm on fire. Okay, we've got to close the gap pretty quickly, so I think I'm gonna try to get him to go down. And then I can sprint close to him, or I can step, shadow step, so to speak, behind him. Or maybe I can even do it up there. No. Some a really rough spot. Easy. Just gotta find the right angle and you're all good.
I see someone.
Got to put on streamer mode on Steam. Accidentally. see what kind of items they actually drop here. House sword. Okay, so this sword is one rank below my own. Which isn't terrible, but it does make it pretty obvious that I'm facing enemies that are an entire tier below me when it comes to the gear. But then again, I did actually know that. Like, I'm not really wearing my combat armor right now. I'm wearing my still suit, which has a lot less armor, so I will be more vulnerable, but my weapons are highly efficient still. So they're made of a type of metal that you only get after the tier that my enemies are in right now. Because they are in aluminum tier, and I am in duraluminum? I'm not mistaken. This has to be... Wait. No. I feel like we should be getting close to some kind of boss soon. I am anticipating that I will be able to kill the boss pretty quickly. We need to drop something though, because we are carrying a lot of stuff right now. The question is, what is the least valuable to us right now? Probably that. I mean, I could drop plant fiber and stuff, but I'd noticed that usually I tend to be in zones where there's not a lot of that. Like, you get a shit ton of that in the first couple areas. That didn't help though, because what I need to drop is weight. Aluminium is pretty weighty, so let's just try to get that. I probably should have gone to base before I went here, seeing as I had done a few missions before I got here, so my inventory was actually pretty full already. We also got a full ornithopter outside. Something very pleasing about that power, though. Hydrate. Hey, Satan. How are you doing today? The door is closed. There's gonna be a boss or something here.
Someone's here. I need help.
Oh god. Yes. We do love the summon. Freaking interrupting a good duel. Oh. I think I see some kind of boss down there. Gotta deal with these first, though. I have realized that I've kind of shafted my gameplay experience to some degree, though. Because I've done a lot of grinding off stream to get better materials so that I would get better gear. And so now my gear is kind of out-leveled my enemies a little bit. But I mean, these are dungeons or testing stations that you can do with party though. So they're not that easy. But I would prefer a bigger challenge though. Suppose I could make it harder on myself though if I just altered my build a little bit. Could do that. Let's see if we can... We've never tried the poison capsule, so let's try that. Not die in the process, ideally. Is that the red scorpion right there? I think we need to get those ranged ones over here. Oh, the poison poisons me as well. Well, that's not great.
Shield on!
I really thought that she would die to that poisonous cloud while standing inside of it. Evidently, one was not enough. Traitor to his house, his emperor, and the revered. Order security of the Fawfreluches. While he is no more, the insidious ideology behind the Sandflies movement may well live on. We must be vigilant. You've been useful. I may call upon you in the future. Until then, you are dismissed.
Repel the invaders.
Okay, so that poison didn't do anything. Like, I gave her 2 full darts. Now, granted, the dart is a level 1, so it probably doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But compared to getting me into range, I don't feel it was really that worth it. Now we got some more loot though. 375 armor. Okay, so that is a heavy chest then. A very heavy chest. Because the one we have now is 152. So this is insane right there. But right now I'm using a still suit so that I can rehydrate and lose less water as I'm running around. I'm doing that primarily because I don't really want to carry around water while I'm doing this.
It's all gone bad. How did I not see this coming? I should have kept it small. Worked in the shadows. Tanks and doctors. What was I thinking? Of course that was going to draw attention. Now it's just like the Duke's household all over again. I wanted to rise too far. Too fast. And wouldn't my old comrades like to get a hold of Turgenhauer again? Oh, I'd be better off left to the tender mercies of the Harkonnen. Look, I'll find a way out of this. I mean, I always do. Maybe I can sell them out. Yeah. Make them think Norin is the man they're after. I mean, he's the kind of fool who'd happily die in my place if he thought it would help the cause. Yes. Yeah, that might work. I'm gonna have to work fast, though.
Okay, so I got a band. But I'm hoping... Oh, there we go. Okay, let's have a look at what we got here. We got some spice-infused aluminum. No, it's aluminum in the game. Fuck it. A house pistol. Doesn't really matter that much to me, to be honest. Rank 3 torch. Doesn't really matter. Reaper gloves. Don't think I need those either. But I need to drop something. Fuel cells. There we go. I've got the ID band to probably just to get out of here, to be fair. And I picked up a power pack that I definitely don't need. Probably that band was just to get out of here, I think. I don't think there are any more loot rooms for me to go into.
Greetings from Hasselhoff.
Oh. Here we go. think I have any missions in the area. I'm gonna pop by Slackjack though. I don't know if he's on right now. No, he's not. But I would very much like to just see his house though. Because I'm pretty sure he probably streamed earlier today. Probably should have attended that, to be honest. He must have built on his house. Wonder if he actually got his ornithopter. He did! Yeah, we can actually see it right there. Because he has rebuilt his entire base. Oh, I can go in. Okay. Wait. No, he hasn't given me access to these. Can refuel his car though. He's got the Atreides colors going on. All green. Oh, he's built up this place. Oh, he's pretty good. Pretty organized. Oh, he made a helipad. An H out of lights. That's nice. Now, this kind of solution with the chest like these, I mean, it looks kind of nice, but he would have to run all the way over there, right? And all the way over there. Like, usually I build everything in the squares that I don't have to. He has one wind trap and 2 of these. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not bad. But I was actually behind him by quite a bit. Like, he was way ahead of me when I started this character, but I have indeed surpassed him now. But then again, I play this a whole lot. Like, last night I couldn't even sleep. I didn't even go to sleep until like 10 a.m. this morning. And, yeah. So during that night, the only thing I was doing was just playing Dune Awakening. Trying to learn how to do stuff. Figure out better solutions. I did learn some pretty crucial stuff though. But I wish I knew sooner. So, I know it's kind of stupid to say, but I am kind of looking forward to the next time I'm going to be making a new character. Because I'm going to go about it very differently than I have. And I think one of my most crucial mistakes is that I enjoy building so much, that I spend so much time perfecting a building, and then I realize later on that the placement of the building probably wasn't the best, you know? Like, I've been pretty happy where I've been, because I've held this position for quite a while, right? But it would be way better for me in the part of the game where I am now to be up on the other side of the map. I have found some solutions. It would be very nice if I was closer to where Slackjack is, actually. Probably, yeah, my water capacity is full, so I need to start some new processes in the base. I'm gonna quickly drop off as much loot as possible. I don't know how much more I have. Still suit boots. Reaper gloves. Not too bad. I'm gonna try to drop off as much as possible. I am wondering though if I should actually wear this. I have to compare it to my current set, because I made an entire combat set. Let's see, where did I put it? Tools and armor. Yeah, so that's less than 200. The crucial difference though between this and this is that this is mostly for someone who goes for ranged attacks, while this is for light armor, right? So being light armor, you can dash a lot more frequently because it reduces the cost of dash, just like light armor in any roguelike, like Dark Souls and that kind of thing, even though the dash is the same speed. So this has a lot of armor because you're using your ranged weapon, so you have to be able to take more hits, right? And this is more about having movement and using your melee weapons. So I will keep that, definitely. And I will destroy that and keep the wings. Yeah. Now, I can't remember what my base looked like before now. If I have made any major changes to how it looks. Well, I mean, I have produced a hell of a lot of these so that I can store a lot more water. And I have set up some more wind, what do you call them? Wind turbines. And I've got these standing outside, wind traps to collect water. Right now the water supply is filled. So probably, yeah, and it's run out as well. I need to make more filters if I need to run them. But I have a lot of water right now. So currently I'm probably making more electricity than I need. I've also pushed the boundaries of the base out by quite a bit, and I removed the ramp because I'm no longer using the sandbag to get up. So I've got the sandbag down here with my car, or buggy rather. And I've exchanged the doors for plasma panels that I can just drive through, because the door was so small that I'd had to take off the laser on top to get out. Now, I have fantasized about building out the base on both sides, going out as far as I can, pretty much out here, and on the other side. Or at least 1 or 2 tiles. It seems that I can't do more than maybe 1, actually. Because if I were to, let's say, build this here, let's see, do we actually have enough room?
Sector weather alert.
To go
A large
out.
sandstorm is approaching.
No, we don't. We can do 2. Yeah, 2 at most. But that's fine though. So I could widen the base by 4 tiles, which would give me a hell of a lot more space up in the main part. But honestly, it's not really that necessary. I have a lot of room that I'm not even using. I just figured that I will probably get a lot more of these. But we'll see. See how we go. Thrusters, we don't need those. We can keep the rest though. So if we destroy that, we should be good to go. We're gonna drop all this stuff off, because I mean all this is just pretty much base management, right? Which is not the reason why we're here. Let's actually go talk to Nazmir. I've got to quickly check though if I have forgotten about my ornithopter. Yes, I have. Of course, we have a lot of corpses and we can put them into these machines and drain them of fluids. But right now, we're not really producing anything, so we don't need to. And I don't think I have materials to produce anything either. I suppose we could make some low-grade lubricants. Maybe some cobalt paste. So this is gonna go to circuit 3. I think this is circuit 5 and it's full. So this is circuit 3. It should have room. Plenty of room. Now seeing as this is full, I'm just gonna set that in the corner here. Just out of the way, you know. Okay, we've set everything up right like that. We have our bandages, we have our money, survey probes, we have plenty of ammo. We do, however, need to repair our power pack, I think. Either repair it or change it for a different one. If I have any power pack. No, it's about the same, so I should probably just repair it. So let's go visit Nazmir then. It is very close. It's right inside the Anvil trade post right here. Probably Ashley would have been faster just to run up here than to fly, to be honest. I am noticing that wait, what? Oh. Well, okay. But it is obvious that people who play this keep coming back. Because my neighbors have kept building out their bases here, and I'm noticing new houses popping up as well. Like, even in the middle of the night when I was thinking that probably I was one of the only ones on the server, literally my next door neighbor was out there fixing his house. So I'm not alone in my addiction. Which is nice. Though I would like to get some friends in on this though. So right now I'm kind of just following in. My streaming software is having issues right now. I think I'm gonna just quickly close up some stuff here. It's pulling resources because I don't really need to do that, right? But yeah, I have been trying to get some of my real life friends in here. People who I think would love this game. But it's hard though, because you really, I really want to show them like the cutscenes and the spy streams and stuff that really pulled me into the story. Because the story is a lot better than any Funcom game I've been able to play. But I don't want to spoil anything either, right?
Ah, it's you. Let's get to work.
The intelligence documents are secured. They are secured indeed.
Really? I've been looking for a way back up the ladder, and your talents are key. A rising tide will raise us both. It has to. It must. Don't mind me.
Let's see. Okay, so either I can answer politically and say that only one rises to the top, which would break this dude, because ever since the beginning he's been taking credit for the work that I've been doing, because he's so miserable where he is. But I'm not sure if I want to make the dude who's giving me all my intel and missions angry at me, though. Got anything new for me?
No, it's you. Where have you been? Where? Never mind. I will jump for you. We must act quickly.
Now, evidently, there would have been a pause between these missions. Because we were just having a conversation, and now all of a sudden he's like, oh, where were you? And we were literally just talking. But it is probably because I've advanced so much in everything else but this quest line. So that time between being able to get these missions has paused, so I can instantly do the next one, right? Let's see. You seem agitated, Maxim. Strung out, even.
Don't take familiar tones with me, child. Do you know who I am? Who I was? Who I will be again? Never mind that. On to the task at hand. An immense opportunity is within our grasp, and we must seize it. There is a former Atreides hero, now disgraced, by the name of Katrina Kloros. I have it on good authority that Kloros was once thick as thieves with Captain Tai Skorda. She knows something about these escapades. She must! Even as a turncoat, Kloros won't talk to an obvious Harkonnen, so I must send you. Hurry now. Hurry, hurry, hurry!
It's kind of funny, though. She wouldn't talk to an obvious Harkonnen. But I mean, look at my dude, though. I mean, he's dead skin pale. He has no eyebrows, and he has black tattoos crawling up his face on his lips as well, because he drinks blood, right? Oh, you got the Samuda Shakes, Maxim. Trouble with your supplier? It goes with the story here that Samuda is a type of drug that makes you hopelessly addicted, and Maxim loves Samuda. And he claims that using it gives him an advantage when it comes to planning his strategies. But probably he's lost some power, and now he's using too much of it. And it's making him really, like, on edge. Now, I don't want to prickle him too much. But I want to prickle him a little. You've got the Samuda Shakes, Maxim. Trouble with your supplier?
You impertinent... My habits are well in hand. As our great Baron says, satiation is the virtue of the weak.
Okay. Let's see. Intelligence reports inform me that Flag Officer Katrina Kloros commanded the Kytheria when it crashed in the Hagar Rift. She was thick as thieves with Skorda. Find her. Find Skorda's scent. We are so close. I am on it.
Make all haste. With the information Katrina Kloros holds, I shall reap great rewards. That is, we shall reap great rewards.
Exactly.
Go.
Gave me a weapon. A shite weapon that I don't need at all. I wonder if I can sell corpses. Because that's
Still
a business proposition for me right there.
Not too bad. We had a bet going.
Well, I don't need this. No, it doesn't even come up. Makes sense, really. Okay, talk to Katrina Kloros in the Hagar Rift. Okay, so the question now is, should I continue with my main mission, or should I keep doing this one? Because I'm getting very close to rank 3, and when I get there, I can buy some new stuff from the Harkonnen main city. Might as well just continue on this one. I'm kind of dreading, ironically, given my name, finishing the story missions too quickly, and then feeling like there's not enough left to do. And that is something I've been dreading the entire time. And then, to my surprise, there are so many missions, including side missions, that have really great stories. And I spend way too much time just gathering resources to build my base when I should have just been going at it the Greyjoy way, you know? Like, I should have just kept doing missions and gotten gear directly from corpses and that kind of thing. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do with my next playthrough. Because you can bet your ass there's going to be a next playthrough. Okay, so where do we actually need to go? We are so close. Okay, so in Hagar Rift is that all I get? Because we're there right now. Find the wreck of the Kytheria. Okay. Well, it seems that it is right below me right now, so probably it has crashed in the rift itself. So let's just turn our lights on and go down. It didn't go all the way down. Could it be in here? No, it's below me. No, it's above me now. What the hell? Okay, so it's probably in here. Let's just have a look in here and see what we find. Can't see anything right now. It's super dark in here. No, I'm going the wrong way. Oh. Where am I?
Take it you're not a heat mirage. Who are you?
Katrina Chloros, I want to ask you some questions and get you to safety.
Bit late for that. Even if I wasn't dying, there's no going back now. Not for me. Did Anton send you?
Okay, so Anton is the Atreides officer who stands next to Nazmir in the base there. And seeing as she's an Atreides, yeah, I have to lie. Yes, he did send me.
Anton always was sweet. And naive. I envy that. He won't have it much longer. He was practically a kid when I trained him. An orphan turned soldier. Guess I filled in for something he was missing. May as well ask your questions. Only thing I have left is time. And I don't have much of that.
Okay. So we can choose to not waste time and say that we're looking for Skorda. If we're lucky, she will tell us where he is. Or she will smell the scent that we are Harkonnens trying to get to someone who the Atreides actually already know where is, right? Let's try the other way. You seem disillusioned.
My family's been with the Atreides since time out of mind. Not nobles. Never far up the chain. But our fates have always been tied with that house. That's all gone now. It's... When we came to Arrakis, we were Atreides. We're not anymore. We lost it somewhere in this war of assassins.
You finally realized the hypocrisy that's always been House Atreides. I can't say that. I can't say that. But you're a decorated soldier, a hero.
The ceremonies fade from memory. The medals have no weight. Maybe Skorda figured that out. Maybe he was never the ally I thought he was.
Tell me about Skorda.
He was my brother in blood. Saved each other's lives more than once. He was always a loose cannon, though. He always had this ability to make you look the other way. Like the time the Duke himself stepped in on his behalf. Or that last favor he asked me.
What did Skorda ask you to do?
I was commander of the Catheria. Skorda asked me to carry some cargo aboard. No records, no questions. Smuggling, sure, but he said it was important. I agreed to all that. It's just how it was with Skorda. We got ambushed over Arrakis. The Catheria, the Delphus, and the Euphoria. All shot down.
Where's the Kytheria wreck?
It'd be a kindness not to answer. But it's not far. Just over yonder. But if you're looking for Skorda's cargo, you're too late. Bandits came in that night. They went straight for it. They knew it was something valuable. The only one who could have known those particular containers were of any significance. Damn you. Damn you, Skorda.
What was in Skorda's cargo?
Wasn't what it seemed, whatever it was. Every crash survivor who came in contact with it eventually died. And they didn't die well. I held each of them while their bodies liquefied. While they screamed for loved ones not there. I think my body held out so they wouldn't have to die alone. But I'm fading fast. Skorda betrayed me. My house abandoned us. Secrets and secrets.
House Atreides abandoned you?
I called and called. When I finally contacted my superiors, they were worried about diseases or contamination, but agreed to send help. No help came. Time passed. A lot of it. I marked it in the deaths of my crew. Finally, call came in. Some woman asked lots of questions about the symptoms. She told me to leave the sick behind. They couldn't risk taking them back. I couldn't do that. When the last of them died, I abandoned the wreck.
No one came to help you even after that?
I don't think there was ever a plan to help us. I think we were just a petri dish to be studied. Poor Anton. He's getting the hint. I could tell. He's just slower to let the ideals go. You tell him. I did my duty, as I saw it. You tell him that.
It is interesting, the kind of view you get of the Atreides when you go Harkonnen instead of Atreides as your main house. Because you get access to how they're treating their own. Like, we've already met an Atreides who was betrayed, right? Like, someone falsified documents to make it seem that he was a deserter who cowered from combat, and he was removed. And he was a close confidant to Leto Atreides. But they don't trust each other. I mean, if someone gives in misinformation, they will just remove that person outright. And the Harkonnens use a lot of this information to defeat their enemies. And it works exceedingly well. Okay, let's go find this wreck of Catheria. Maybe we'll find a trace of Skorda or Skorda himself. And then I'm thinking maybe I'll do some main missions. Because it would be nice to get some of that. Because I have been very pleasantly surprised by the quality. Well, the wreckage is right here. This might actually be a PvP zone though. So we're gonna leave that behind. Yes, it is a PvP zone.
Someone's here.
But we are seemingly alone though.
Shield on. Who are you? Let's go.
Oh god.
Shields up.
Oh, would you give it a rest?
Eyes on enemy. Enemy sight.
Oh, no. I'm so over-leveled against these dudes. But even the lowest of the enemies can actually kill you if you're not careful. I feel like to a lot of novice gamers, it is probably a rather difficult game. Oh my god, the lag. I'm noticing a huge difference in lag though. It's way more stuttering and stuff when I'm streaming because my graphics card can't handle the VRAM requirements. I have tuned it down quite a bit though. I mean, we could see that in the last scene. The shadows and the light didn't look even close to as good as it would if I had the settings that I usually use when I'm not streaming. Either way, let's see.
I must be out of my mind letting Captain Skorda, that is, stash his personal cargo aboard my convoy. I don't know why it's so hard to say no to him. But we've been through a lot together. And anyway, the Duke himself has always trusted Skorda, so why shouldn't I?
Well, no further. Find the bow of the Catheria. Okay, so probably we have to enter from a different side. Can I go through here? Yes. The bow. Wait, is the bow in front or in the back? I can't even remember. Not exactly a ship connoisseur. Could that be an opening? No. No, actually, we could probably just follow the marker instead of trying to guess where it is. Whoops. Oh, it has been... Yeah, half of the ship is probably down there, right? Yeah, there it is. Luckily, this is not sandworm territory. All the same, though, there could be enemies. Oh my god, that lag, though. I know I'm going down, but I need to go down without falling through. So right now I'm just looking to see if there is any additional loot and stuff here as well, or alternative paths to go down. I'm just leading myself into dead ends probably. But these ships do have some type of loot that most areas don't have.
God, how many days now? I lost track. Chloros brought us to some stashed cargo, told us to help ourselves. Why someone needed to bring this to Arrakis is beyond me. I'm thanking my lucky stars for it now. Why were we sent to this horrible planet? They did something down here, poisoning us. Why is no one coming? I mean, has our Duke betrayed us?
Seems that he has really dropped the ball with his own people here, the Duke.
Ship's log. Atreides vessel Catheria. Captain Katrina Chloros reporting. We've been wrecked planet-side for 8 days now. I know our emergency transponder is functioning. Where is our relief? We are desperately short of water, and we are continuously attacked by parties of deserters out to steal what little we have left. And now, an unknown illness is downing my crew. They're dropping like flies, on the verge of death. We've scoured the cargo for everything we can use. That includes Captain Skorda's personal hush editions. It makes no sense. Why smuggle this onto Arrakis? What is Skorda playing at? My people are dying. Why has our house forsaken us? Where is our relief?
is exactly what we want. Found a recipe for a new item. Probably not better than the ones I have, though. Because I actually have steel suit gloves that are made in the same fashion that the ones that Stilgar used. Or uses. I don't even know if he's alive still. I mean, our mission is to find the Fremen, right? And obviously, there's gotta be some kind of hidden sieges with Fremen in other areas. What I do know is that because the War of the Assassins started as a result of Ariste, the child who was instead of Paul Atreides, she prevented the assassination of Leto Atreides and House Atreides. And during that war, the Sardaukar slaughtered a hell of a lot of Fremen. But I don't think they slaughtered all of them. Oh shit. And a word. Oh my god, look at that. It's just melted away.
I think this is it. My legs feel like jelly. My face too. The others that stayed are gone. God, if that's what awaits me. I should have been braver. Gone out with my guns blazing against those deserters instead of this. Let it be known that oh, blast it all. Whoever finds this, just get out.
What is the marker? Investigate the room for clues. So is there something more in this area? Oh, well, there we go. No, it is still leading me down. Is there more in here? Something I have neglected to notice? Oh. I mean, I've already interacted with this, though. I don't fully understand. Investigate the room for clues. Is the bar progressing as I'm looking around here? Got my chat right above it, so I can't actually see it. It doesn't seem to be doing that, though. Oh, I was here earlier. Yeah, I was definitely here earlier. Can go down there and have a look. Just wreckage. Guess I should probably just follow the red lights, from what I can tell. Because I'm not seeing anything that I can interact with down here right now. Investigate the storage room for clues. Well, this is the storage room. There's gotta be some kind of small room that I've neglected, right? Because I think I've been in every spot down here. So I think we need to go up. If we can manage it. Oh my god, come on. There's something we've neglected. Stopped here earlier. No, it just lays around. It's probably one of these that we haven't interacted with, right? I haven't been here. Not a lot to see here, though. Maybe I entered from the wrong side or something. Maybe there's something I passed by in the beginning. I mean, I know I was up there, and I've been through that. Maybe there's something down here. No, I'm back down here now. Damn it.
I think this is it. My legs feel like jelly. My face too. The others that stay here are gone. God, if that's what awaits me. I should have been braver. Gone out with my guns blazing against those deserters instead of this. Let it be known that I'll blast it all. Find this. Just get out.
Oh, come on, I'm just going in circles now. I thought I finally found it, and then it was just another way back to the same place. There's one room hidden here somewhere that I have neglected to explore. It would probably be a lot easier to search for it as well if it weren't for the stuttering that's going on. Okay, obviously I've been in here, I've been down there. So let's get back to basics. Let's go as far back as we can and see if there is something that I've forgotten. Oh! Because we were here, there's a tape right here, right? Wait. If there's a loot container here, that means that I haven't been here, because I always loot everything. Or I just neglected to see it in the beginning. But that's the main room, right? No. This is where I came from just now. Come on, Dread. You're being inattentive. We're just looking for red lights right now, looking for anything that can help lead us to the correct place. This is the first time I've had this issue where I'm confused by everything being like a maze. Because usually they lead you very efficiently to where you need to go. But when I'm led to my own devices, I start wondering if I have ADHD. Because if I see a loot container, I forget where I am, and who I am, and what I'm doing. And so it makes me go off course.
Ship's log. Atreides vessel Catheria. Captain Katrina Chloros reporting. We've been wrecked planetside for 8 days now. I know our emergency transponder is functioning. Where is our relief? We are desperately short of water, and we are continuously attacked by parties of deserters out to steal what little we have left. And now, an unknown illness is downing my crew. They're dropping like flies, on the verge of death. We've scoured the cargo for everything we can use. That includes Captain Scorda's personal hush-hush edition. It makes no sense. Why smuggle this onto Arrakis? What is Scorda playing at? My people are dying. Why has our house forsaken us? Where is our relief?
Every path I take just leads me back to places I've already been. It seems like because of the darkness here, I'm not really seeing the doors the first time. But right now, this is getting frustrating. I need to figure out where I'm supposed to go very soon. And it's probably something really obvious that I've missed. And knowing that is probably insanely obvious makes me kind of preemptively frustrated. Because there's information there. We've done this. No, I've gone through here a million times. So what I should be looking for, I guess, are holes in the floor for different places to go. And red lights. This leads us down here, where we have everyone melting, and this is the natural place that would be... Oh my god, I'm so bad. It was right there the whole time. Do forgive me for intercepting this call. My name is Simone von Koenig. You don't know me, but I've been watching you, and I like what I see. I also see that Maxim Casimir plans on having you killed and taking credit for your work to save his deceased career. I, for one, think Arrakis is better off with Casimir dead and you alive. Come find me at Riftwatch. Bring your report and you can consider this a promotion. Okay, so we are going to betray Casimir before he betrays us. I knew that he was plotting to take credit. I thought he had been taking credit all along, to be fair. What is that? Oh, it's a house. Oh, Keanu Reeves in the Kill Bill outfit. Okay. I'm not gonna bother with that right now. I spent too much time in the ship. I need to get out of here. So we are gonna go to Riftwatch. And we're gonna try to plan a way to get ahead of Casimir before he kills us. I really like this type of intrigue, though. It is a huge part of the reason why I chose to go for Harkonnen instead of Atreides. Because Atreides would have been my standard choice, you know. That would... Traditionally, I would go Atreides. Because they have the, you know, closer to my own values and all that. But I really wanted to peek behind the curtain and get to know the Harkonnen a little bit better. I feel like they're more mysterious. Less driven by the obvious, you know. Kinda crazy that I can land inside the city. To be honest. Or well, not city, but whatever you call this place. A fief, I suppose. Another house. Here she is.
I heard a whisper you were headed my way.
I presume you're Simone von Koenig.
Correct, darling. I presume you have a report for me? Excellent. Congratulations. You are not only out from under Maxim, you now rank above him.
Okay, let's see. Did Maxim really try to have me killed? At last, I get to take my proper place among the Harkonnen. Or I loathed every second I spent with that man. Well, I didn't. And I don't feel entitled to a proper place among the Harkonnen. I want to go even further up. So let's go with, did Maxim really try to have me killed?
Don't worry about Maxim. He fell from disgrace long ago. Poor impulse control. The architect of his own destruction. He's a quintessential Harkonnen.
Don't you serve the Harkonnen?
This game we play is built on lies, so let's start our relationship off with a scandalous truth. I despise the Harkonnen. They are all loathsome, from the pig of a baron at the top, all the way down to that pathetic grease stain formerly known as Maxim Kazmir.
I could be deceptive and say, how dare you speak such slander of a great house, but I would rather entertain her disloyalty. But you work for them.
I'll let you in on a little secret, darling. It's not about whom you serve, but what you can accomplish while lurking in their bloated shadow.
So what happens now?
I've been watching, and between you and Maxim, you're clearly the asset. So what happens now is we toast to his demise. Cheers.
I like this one. What happened to him?
Would you like to see dear Maxim dead? Licking smoother residue off a latrine floor? No. Let me worry about that. I need you focused on the next task.
Okay, so do we go, what would you have me do? Or would we say, I'd rather talk about Maxim's suffering? I feel like she kind of looks like a person who would indulge us in that.
I want your full attention on this mysterious and delightfully gruesome ailment afflicting so many of late. Is it a new disease? I think not.
What do you think it is?
The probabilities indicate it's a substance, something spreading about Erekine where many of the deaths have occurred. But we must move swiftly.
Why is that?
My Mentat counterpart among the Atreides, Andrea Gannon, is on the case. She has home advantage in Erekine, which is why I need an incognito agent. Gannon has no sense of humor, but don't underestimate her. What she lacks in personality, she makes up for in mental aptitude.
What would you have me do?
I want you to look into the Sandflies. They're a labor movement, mostly disgruntled Dune workers turned bandit band. The Sandflies are organized but decentralized, more like roaches than an anthive, which makes them regrettably difficult to wipe out.
Now, we could go for the peon answer, because we are low-born Harkonnens from Gaiety Prime. Or we could go, what do the Sandflies have to do with all this? I feel like both of those are good good responses, though. We're gonna go with the peon one, because it is an alternative that is only available to people who are peons.
Oh, darling, empathy is only good for predicting your enemy's moves.
Damn.
If you get distracted by admiration for the filth, you'll be of little use.
That is one of the most Harkonian things I've ever heard. Anyway, what do the Sandflies have to do with all this?
Well, the Sandflies suffered a similar gory malady as Erekine, only their outbreak occurred just before the one in the city. That's our starting point.
What's our first move?
My intel suggests they were involved with Captain Skorda and the Kytheria wreck. Raid one of their camps and bring me more juicy information.
Let's read the actual mission statement here. We can deduce that the sandflies removed whatever it was that went missing from the Kytheria wreckage. Reports show these vermin dying at an accelerating rate. The same ghastly malady as the deaths in Arakeen. I must know more. The trail of gore leads to an old Imperial testing station in the shield wall. Go there, bring me back all the delicious details. I'm on it.
Remember, you're still a deniable asset. That's part of your charm. Details are in the contract.
Well, we could just go and do that, but I want to know a little bit more about this one. Tell me about yourself.
Are you trying to dissect me with questions, darling? Very well. What would you like to ask? And which of my answers will you believe?
Well, she is deceiving. What do you like to do for leisure? Why? Okay, tell me about your relationship with House Harkonnen.
The Harkonnen are all grotesque, fleshy gargoyles perched upon the monolith of their own self-involvement.
God damn. She's like poetically cruel. And yet you work for them. Or you've clearly learned much in the shadow of the Baron's cunning. Okay, do we want to get on her bad side? I mean, if I say yet you work for them, she's gonna say that she's rising to the top in their shadow, like she said before. No, let's piss her off. You've clearly learned much in the shadow of the Baron's cunning.
Yes, darling. I never said there were no fringe benefits to this arrangement. Now, is there anything else you would like to know about me?
No.
Very well.
I think we're gonna wait for that. Okay, so we ranked up to Harkonnen rank 3 right now. So I feel... How much money do we have? We have a fair bit. 46k. Probably there's gonna be some more stuff that we can buy. Wait, didn't I land here somewhere? I think maybe we can change the look of our ship as well. At least I hope so. I think if we go out east, we can go off map, and then we can go to Harko. Come on, east. There we go. Yeah, we're right on the border too, so it should be fairly fast. Now, I have actually off-stream ventured into the deep desert. And I thought that the deep desert was a pure PvP area. And seeing as I'm not that fond of PvP, I was dreading going there. And then I went there, and realized that the entire lower part of the deep desert is PvE. And it also works in a different way than the rest of the Haga Basin, the main map that we're usually in. In the way that every 10 days or so, it will reset. Let's see. We need to go down to Harko. There we go. So there will be, whenever there's a Coriolis storm in the deep desert, it will wipe away everything that's there, and it will reset the map. And so the testing stations and everything around there will be in different places, the map will look different, and every house that's built there will be destroyed. Which then obviously means that you can build a temporary base in the deep desert and be there for a few days, and then pull out. But in order for us to really do that, it would be beneficial for us to spend some more time in the deep desert and learn how to craft a bigger ornithopter. Because the one we have now, we can't expand on the inventory space on it. So if we were to build a base, it would be very hard for us to transport everything out and bring it back to our main base. We would have to go back and forth quite a few times. Okay, there should be a vendor right on the side here. We're currently in Harko. This is the Harkonnen main base. If you can't already tell by all the bald whiteys running around here.
What will it be?
Okay, let's see what we can actually get. Let's sort it by price. Still suit swatch. Great. Okay, so we can get black and red for our still suit. I've been waiting for that for quite a while, to be honest. Harkonnen Scout Armor Set variant. Oh. And light armor. Mercenary. Mercenary? Atreides Deserter Light Armor Set variant. Harkonnen office office furniture? Well, I suppose we could make it more homely, but it doesn't really matter to me that much. Harkonnen sandbike variant. Okay, so we can change the look of it. How much is the... Oh, Harkonnen buggy variant. So we can also change the look of that. Because we saw that Slack Jeff had his Atreides version of it. The green one, right? The one I had was only colored in the Harkonnen colors. So evidently, Slack Jeff is probably in front of me when it comes to this. There we go. Okay, so if we save up, we will be able to change how the ornithopter looks as well. But we have to be rank 4 and we're rank 3 right now. I mean, the sandbike variant is probably nice to have. And I don't actually know if this is across the entire account or if this is just for this character. Because if it's for the entire account, then that would be cool. Because then you're going to be using the sandbike a lot in the beginning with a new character, and I will be making new characters. Now, in my perfect vision of what my next character will be, that will be a character that I create with some IRL friends. Should I be able to persuade them into playing this amazing game. Which isn't easy. And I understand that a lot of people are kind of apprehensive about spending money on a Funcom game. Because usually they're so janky, you know? But I have to say, I played a fair bit of Funcom games over the years, seeing as it is a Norwegian gaming company. Pretty much the only big gaming company in Norway. But this is by far the most polished, smartest, and best game, in my opinion, they've ever made. And it's so true to the lore as well. Anyway, I can talk about that forever. Harkonnen Scout Armor Set variant. I don't know how that looks, so we're just gonna get that, because why not? Now, Mercenary Light Armor Set. I already have Mercenary Light Armor, so I'm not sure why I would need that. Unless I would like to make my gear look like the Mercenary set. It is a pretty cool set. It's very much a Star Wars mixed with Dune kind of look. Like you have a cape and everything. And obviously I can change the color of everything to black and red. So I'm, you know, running around as a kind of tattooed, white-skinned Sith Lord. But I suppose the Sith are white-skinned already. So it's pretty cool, but I'm not sure. I don't have that much money, so I think we're just going to save up and see if we can buy the Ornithopter one instead. So this means that we can probably not see it that well here. And this is a still suit set, so I can't change how this looks into the set I just bought. But when I change over to the other set, it should be possible. What I can do, though, is change the color to Harkonnen, so I get black and red. That does look very nice, though. A fairly minor change when we're in here, but outside in the world, though, that is very different. Another thing I've been wanting to do is that I want to look for a sword master. There should be one somewhere here. Is that? No. Maybe there's someone in the nightclub here. I suppose it would make sense if he was somewhere close to the weapons merchant. Oh shit, I need to go to the tax collector. I've completely neglected to pay my taxes. And you don't really want to make these guys angry, because they will enslave you and kill you if you do any such thing. Okay, let's just see if there are any inconspicuous characters around here. Kind of a funny statement to make in Harco, to be fair. If there's someone standing around who looks like they might be able to teach you something, that might very well be our Swordmaster trainer. So I've never neglected to pay my taxes. But when I got to building my second fief, which was bigger than the first base by quite a bit, I got a pop-up that said if you don't pay your taxes, they will kill you.
You're back.
Let's see. What if I don't want to pay my taxes?
I'm afraid that's a matter you would have to take up with the Imperial Bailiff Authority. In most cases, you would simply be given additional time to pay, at the end of which you would pay, or be remanded to a local debtor's prison until your outstanding balance was settled. Unfortunately, that second outcome mostly equates to the death penalty, or so I'm told. Apparently, the pox is rife within the dungeons, and one is not expected to survive very long. So pay those taxes.
Well, okay. No taxes due. Okay, I don't have to pay taxes until next Monday. Now, the last time I was here, I was also able to pay the taxes of my friends, which is kind of interesting. Now, just for the content, I was not planning on telling them that they had outstanding taxes, because I was very interested in seeing what would happen if they neglected to pay their taxes. Is that evil? Maybe the Harkonnen way of life is kind of getting under my skin a little bit. Okay. Let's keep looking for some kind of swordmaster. He's probably around here somewhere. I mean, he's gotta be, right?
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
No, she's from a house that I don't care about right now.
Welcome, stranger. If you come seeking treatment, I have all manner of locally sourced natural remedies for whatever ails you.
I'm looking for something a little stronger than that.
Do not underestimate the potency of ground Zithtrakian antlion eggs.
Okay.
An amount no greater than the head of a pin can instigate the regeneration of necrotized tissue at the cellular level.
Damn.
On more primitive worlds, they believe it is magic.
Okay, doctor. Okay, I think we're getting to a time where I should probably Google... Oh, Landsrad.
You are not recognized by the Landsrad. Come back if your fortune changes.
Ah, yes. I need to be in a guild to be recognized. That is a huge part of the end game. I'm gonna have to try to get recruited by a Harkonnen guild. I know that there are quite a few bigger guilds, the Consortium being the biggest one, and the Stormworm being the second. Probably there are a lot of people applying for the Consortium though. But if I went with the Consortium, I'm fairly sure that they would... Oh! This is probably how my buggy would look if I changed the look of it. really huge round wheels. And a lot of red light. And a lot of laggy stuttering. And prisoners everywhere. Oh, I've made my way back here. Okay, instead of scouring the entire city, hoping to find what I want to find, we're just gonna Google it. Let's see. All trainers. I already have it open. Might as well just find it here. Swordmaster. It should be up here. So straight ahead then. There are a hell of a lot of vendors here. And I know there's a lot of stuff that I would want. They even sell like rare parts of the vehicles here for quite a bit of money. But seeing as I'm not in a guild, I'm not making a lot of money. Chome exchange. Wait. There's an auction house? Oh my god, I'm a dumbass. I should have been selling gear. Dude. That's crazy though. I played this for over 100 hours and I was not even aware that there was an auction house. Dude, this is a full-on MMORPG right now. What the hell? Now I know that every siege, which is a part of a server, only has around 50-60 people, right? But the when you go into the deep desert, that is where every siege is united. So there can be like, I don't know how many people could be in there at one time, but it's a hell of a lot of people. I think it's more than 100 in one instance. This dude, if he's not the Swordmaster, I don't know who is.
I don't recognize the pattern of your footfalls. Who are you?
I am one who seeks a Swordmaster.
Oh, you're in dubious luck then. I am an adept of the Ginaz school. Millennia of martial knowledge distilled down to the broken form before you. Though I'm but a mangled memory of Saren Valen, a memory is enough to thrash you. Keep your distance.
Should I say easy, I mean no, you no harm, or I'm not afraid of a maimed old man? Best be a dick about it.
Seems there's an old custom on this cruel planet to cast the blind out among the dunes for burial by way of worm belly. Several curs accosted me to uphold that tradition. I scribed regret upon their flesh in so bold a signature as they won't soon forget. On guard.
Let's see. I witnessed the unworthy act, and I gave those thugs further retribution. Or I seek further training in the ways of the Swordmaster. Actually, let's say further retribution. They would have been dead, probably.
Really? Oh, that puts a smile on my bitter mouth and earns my kind regards, stranger.
All I had to do was lie. Anyway, I seek further training in the ways of the Swordmaster.
Whether you are worthy or not, my days of training are long gone. Still, there's something you could do for me, and maybe we can reach an accord.
I'll do what you ask if you train me.
In a recent scrape, I gave as good as I got. But the knaves made off with the last possession that is important to me. The hilt of my old Ginaz sword. Find out who did this, and I would find myself obliged to you.
Let's see. Let's see. Found out who did this to me, and I'll be in your debt. As with most unsavory elements around here, I suspect you'll be able to pick up their trail in Hanavar's, the local drinking establishment. So we're going to the nightclub. I'll see what I can do.
Off you go then.
Indeed. Let's go rave. And in the process, maybe we'll find something useful. Now, I've been keeping a lot of pretty rare gear, thinking that I could just drop it down to someone who needed it, in case someone dropped into the stream or something. But I haven't really been that proactive in going into other people's Dune streams, because I've been mainly getting my community from Dead by Daylight. So I should probably do that, or I could sell those pieces of gear at the auction house. There's the nightclub right there. Come on, Rave. Contract made out to a group of sandflies to punish Seren Varlan, issued by Ilara Tuek. Holy shit. Kitten. Goddamn. Well, let's see how long it takes for her to call us kitten. I'm betting the first sentence.
Oh look, the kitten is back.
Well, well.
Do we have business?
I have evidence you hired sandflies to harass Seren Varlan. I want answers.
Easy, kitten. You ought to buy me a drink before opening with a crazy rant like that. Who did what to whom?
I found the contract. This leads straight to you.
Oh, perhaps not so crazy after all. What would you like, a pat on the head?
Let's start with you telling me who wants Seren Varlan harassed.
I'm a professional intermediary. Even I do not know who hired me to arrange this. Now, you could escalate things, but no one would like the results of that, and you still wouldn't have answers. We could go through all that drama, or... I could placate you by telling you exactly where to find the sandflies who did this, and you can wring what satisfaction you can from their necks.
Oh, God, I love the Harkonnen. Anyway... Very well. They took something precious to Varlan. Where can I find them?
I've marked the location on your sync chart. Their base is in the Para north of Haga Basin. Don't expect a warm welcome, and don't mention my name.
Goodbye. Now, she calls me kitten quite often, but she has a certain delight in her sadism that you gotta respect. Now, for those who don't know, she is a person who has been giving me assassination contracts. So I don't want to be on her bad side at all. But I do delight in it. Wait. Why do I have a marker over here? Am I supposed to go back to him and tell him that? Yeah, seemingly.
Oh, we meet again. The rhyme of your stride betrays you.
Regarding my task.
Yes?
A group of sandflies have your sword hilt. I know their location.
I see. Then I would like to amend our contract. Bring back my sword hilt. Do what you must to the sandflies.
Someone contracted them through Ilara Tuek. Don't you want to know who?
All that matters is the sword hilt. It's all I have left of my past. Please bring it to me. I will train you if you do.
Very well. Well, Illidan Stormrage, I'll be back in a minute. Okay. I actually have that cosmetic, or that helmet, I should say, that he's wearing. But the version I have has a tiny hood, so it looks kind of stupid. And also, I feel like it's kind of an edgelord thing to pretend to be blind when you're not blind. Even though it does look kind of awesome. There's something weirdly enticing about people having a blindfold and being able to kick your ass, you know? Anyway, enough about that. Let's change the tracking of our mission. Oh, we got a lot of skill points. I'm gonna save them, I think, and then I'm gonna drop a lot of them into the Blade Master once I've finished it. Because the thing about this game is that you can learn every class or every skill there is. You can start out as a Blade Master and then go Bene Gesserit, which is what I did. Or you can start at Bene Gesserit and then go Swordmaster. I mean, obviously you can do everything else too. You can start out as a Mentat or a Trooper. The only thing you can't start out as is a Planetologist. You have to learn that on the planet by doing missions. But seeing as you can learn every one of these, the smartest one to pick first would be the one that is the hardest to come by, right? Either you do that, or you pick the easiest one to come by, so that you can do the missions for the harder ones, because the lore is probably kind of fascinating, right? So what I chose to do here was that I chose to start as a Swordmaster, because I wanted to know more about the Bene Gesserit. So I did the Bene Gesserit stuff as soon as I was able to. And the only one you shouldn't start with is the Trooper. Because within the first, I'd say, like 2 hours of the game, you will have learned to be a Trooper by doing the missions at the first trade posts. So it is the absolute easiest one to come by, and you can do this one to get the basic level Trooper stuff, like the grappling hook that I use all the time. And you can get the basics of the Planetologist, which is mainly about fuel usage to reduce that and to increase the gain of mining and that kind of thing, right? So you can do both of them in the same place if you're smart about it. If you just do it in the same order, so you don't have to do the same content twice. Yeah, anyway. I forgot what I was doing. We need to change our mission. We want to do... Oh, we have the Planetologists. No, we have to wait or do more story missions. And we're going to keep doing the Harkonnen stuff because that's fun as well. We're waiting for more in the Bene Gesserit questline as well. So we're going to get to... There are 3 levels, I think, or 4 levels maybe, in each skill line. And we're currently at the 3rd level with Bene Gesserit. So we have the higher ranks of Bene Gesserit skills. We got that first. And now we want to do the same thing with the Swordmaster. So, enter the Sandfly base at Western Comms. Western Comms, okay. So, what we're going to do then is that we're going to go out to the world map. And then when we're flying down to the Haga Basin, you can actually choose which entrance point you can access, so that you don't start in the southern or western hemisphere. Hemisphere, is that the wrong term? Probably. So we're just gonna go all the way back up to Haga Basin, and we know we're going to Western Comms. Now, I don't actually know where Western Comms is, but safe to say it's probably, I would assume it is on the western side. It could also be in the center, but if it's in the center, we're equally close to it, regardless of which side we enter, right? East or west. So the siege I'm in right now has a medium population. So if anyone wants to join in on this siege, it is still possible to do so. My first instinct was to go to one of the higher populated places, right? Because you have the most... Oh shit, there's a spice explosion right there. Yeah, we're about 3 kilometers away from our current mission. But we're gonna go over there, because when you see purple explosions like that, I believe it's because of the birth of a new sandworm. And what happens then is that there's an explosion of spice. Oh, no, there's someone else gathering it. And they've attracted a sandworm over there. We need to make sure that we are elevated pretty high up. Because if there's one thing we've learned from using the... I mean, you can pay a pilot to fly you around the map to and from trade posts and to and from the main cities, which is very useful until you get your own vehicle, your own ornithopter, that is. And she tells us that sandworms can actually not jump, but they reach pretty far up into the air. So if you're too far down, you may end up actually getting snatched by a sandworm mid-air. And the thing about the sandworm in this game is that you don't just die and you can go back and reclaim your gear like you can whenever you die at other times. You lose everything. Did someone just snipe my ornithopter? Rude. So yeah, it took me quite a while to get this ornithopter, and I love it, so I do not want to lose that. Even if I lost all the gear I had on my character, I would be fine. But if I lost my ornithopter, I would have to grind a lot more. And it's a lot easier to grind with an ornithopter to get your gear back than it is to grind to get that back in and of itself. Well, they're not paying attention to me because someone else is here. Oh, it's infighting. Meaning they are at war with themselves. Well, not themselves, obviously. You need to die, that's what you need to do. Damn, I should have gone by my base, because I have a lot of stuff in my inventory right now. Oh! How about you don't grill me alive? Oh! Well, shit, that was the mission. I got the hilt. Okay. Well, shit. Okay. Cool. I'm carrying a corpse. That is why I had my inventory so full. Well, then we can actually carry a lot more. I must have accidentally picked up a body. Because you can pick up bodies and put them into the distill in the base to pull the water from their bodies. And you get quite a bit from it as well. Oh shit, howdy. Everything alright? Let's see, yes, absolutely. I'm sorry I didn't see it earlier. Excellent, what about you? Oh, you're talking to Ghost Penguin. Okay. What about you? Getting international with it. Oh, they're chatting a lot in the siege. Want to check out my sandworm? What the fuck? Dude. Both of you. Doing pretty well right now. I've started my vacation and I'm spending it by neglecting my sleep schedule and playing more Dune than I should. Oh yeah. Yeah, Ghost Penguin went out for a bottomless brunch yesterday with one of her best friends. And she came home destroyed. Because we don't really drink that much. I mean, Norwegians are known to drink quite a bit and to have quite a high tolerance, but we very rarely drink at all. It got out of hand. Yeah. But you still have a hangover now, though? I mean, it's more than 24 hours since you drank. Are you still... Oh yeah, we're over 30, right. That is crazy, though. Okay, so I know we need to go back to Harko so that we can deliver the hilt back to the Swordmaster. So we can learn some more Swordmaster skills. I'm not sure if there's any more skills we can learn. No, the skills themselves are at the top here. So there's some stuff that we can thrive on danger. That's pretty cool. So what we're actually wanting to do now is to up all our passives. The instant heal from our heal kit, our blade damage most of all. And the dance of blades. No, we don't use that. The kick we use all the time though, so it would be amazing to get that. Oh, I'm almost flying past my base. So what about you, Takeshi? What are you up to today? Okay, let's drop off some gear here. I should probably actually, now that I know that there's an auction house, I need to create a chest so that I can put stuff that I want to sell in that, and then I could do some runs into the main city and sell some stuff. Let's see. Now, the question is, should I unlock this? Because it's steel, so I don't need this. Maybe I could sell that for quite a bit of money. I can't actually tell if there's such a thing as it being soul-bound or not. All of these things I can sell, though. No idea how I ended up with so much salvaged metal. No wonder I was carrying so much weight. In my country yesterday, there was the music feast. It was quite a wonderful night. Never seen so many people in the streets. I had a great time too. Well, that's good to hear. So were there like a lot of concerts all around the place, or was it like just well, probably was that, right? We have that here too. There's this event every year that's called Bylarm, which means basically city alarm. And there's a ton of artists that are primarily Norwegian artists and upcoming artists. So like, before Billie Eilish made it big, she played at Bylarm in a tiny venue. Which is kind of crazy to think about, because those concerts during that day are really cheap. It's a really, really fun thing to engage in. And just to think that you could actually end up seeing an artist like Billie Eilish before they go big, you know? It's kind of crazy. Anyway. Let's see. No, she's not from Norway. No, she's American. But she went to Bylarm to perform. Because it is primarily Norwegian artists that perform during Bylarm, but there are also international artists that come here. Because it's a great way to get exposure, you know? Which is kind of odd, come to think of it, that she would bother going to Norway. I mean, we have very faithful fans. Definitely. But I wouldn't say the concert etiquette in Norway is that good. Quite a famous event then. Well, I suppose I have no idea how she ended up being here. Because, you know, Norway is such a small country. We're only 5.5 million people, last time I checked. Where do we put this? I think we're gonna... This is gonna be our trade chest. I think we're just gonna put it here. Makes sense to have it somewhere near the ornithopter. I don't know how well known it is. It might be like a... what do you call it? Somewhat coincidental thing that she ended up playing here. But yeah, the Norwegian crowd is not the best crowd to play for, I don't think. Because we're known to drink quite a lot and people talk during the music and stuff. And not only that, we're also not that easy to impress. So unless you're a really big star already, where people know you and have seen you before, you have to wow the crowd in order for them to give you anything in return. So if you're a new artist coming to Norway, you could very easily be staring at a crowd of people just looking at you and not necessarily engaging that much with the music, you know? But when you get our attention, then we do give a lot of love back. But it also depends on the genre of music. Like I'm going to, like I've said before, Ghost Penguin and I are going to a metal and rock festival on Wednesday for 4 days. And the metal crowd in Norway is very good. They do give a lot from the get-go. Even for smaller bands, they will be very encouraging. Okay, what was I doing? Yes, we're going to Harko. Before I do that, I think I'm gonna try to repair a little bit, because I probably need to repair my ornithopter a little bit. Yeah, the wings have gotten a few shots in them. A thing I wish I knew before, though, was that I've been using a very low quality repairing tool, and that I mean, you can see in the circle here that there's a green part of it and a red part of it, right? Now the red part I can't repair, and it will grow over time to the point where the wing will be impossible to repair and you have to replace it with a new part. And when I'm using a high-grade repairing tool, the red will very slowly increase, but I've been using a really shitty one, so the red part was growing really fast. And I didn't know that that was a thing until I think it was yesterday, actually. So I keep learning things about this game that I wish I knew earlier. And I've been really stubborn about watching these stuff I wish I knew videos, because I'm like, I know this. I'm a pretty observant dude. And then I'm faced with the fact that, you know, I'm like the Jon Snow of Dune. I know nothing. Never heard of that regarding your country. Quite the opposite, actually. Oh, really? Yeah, I think it depends on the artist and the age group. Because I think people around their 50s and early 60s are from a different generation that have a kind of a different party culture than the younger ones. And so they will drink more, and that will lead them to talk more during the music acts and stuff. Like, we've had our big artists come to play in Norway, and they actually... Hello. And they actually yelled at the audience to get them to show respect, you know. Which is really sad, actually. Like, I know that Ghost Penguin and we are not part of that kind of culture. We get annoyed when people talk around us and stuff during concerts. And if people use their phones a lot and that kind of stuff, like they're blocking your view with their phones, we hate that shit. There also isn't a huge culture for singing along to the music, because people go there to listen to the artist, not to listen to the audience. So usually when we get people coming to Norway to see Norwegian artists that are big abroad, they will sing their heart out, and the Norwegians around them will be like, come on, do you have to do that? But we are a very non-confrontational people. Very focused on personal space and respecting each other's experiences, you know. So it's very rare that people will tell you to stop singing along and that kind of thing. But it will surely annoy a lot of people. Where is Harko? Harko. There it is. I hate that too. I don't understand all the people filming the entire show. Yeah, exactly. There has been an increase in artists that put up a no phone policy during the concerts, even the bigger concerts in Norway, actually, which is very nice. Yeah, like Ghost. Ghost Penguin went to see the band Ghost, which is why she's called Ghost Penguin, because she loves the band Ghost and she is her favorite band. And she loves penguins. Anyway, And they had a no phone policy, so when you entered, you got this kind of Ziploc bag that was locked until the end so that you couldn't use your phone when you were in there. It was great not having the phones all over the place. Yeah, I mean, I went to a Tool concert about 2 years back, I think. And they had a no phone policy then as well. They didn't give you this Ziploc bag though, they just had people, security walking around telling people to stop filming and stuff. And it's so nice when people are just in the moment and you're not having your view obstructed by people filming. It was one of the absolute best concerts I've ever been to. So I kind of wish that was the norm, to be honest. Especially when people take advantage of... Wait. Right. People take advantage of their freedoms to film entire songs and stuff. And they hold their huge-ass phone up in the middle of the pit. It's like, come on. It's kind of a nuisance. Anyway, let's deliver the sword hilt to the swordmaster here.
Oh, we meet again. The rhyme of your stride betrays you. Yes?
I recovered your hilt.
Place it in my hand. Yes. Even without eyes, my hands know this hilt. Its familiar heft is as comforting as an old friend. You have my gratitude.
The one who set this all in motion is still out there.
And?
And the Alara Tuek knows who they are. We could find out. Or you already know. That's why you weren't interested in finding out who. Yeah, let's do that.
Damn you, you are perceptive. You have the right of it. I already know who set this in motion. You look upon a broken man, living in the refuse of his ideals and former glory, kept alive by an enemy who respects him too much to let him die.
Who did this to you? What's the story?
Forgive me if my trust in humanity is shattered. Let the story alone. Let's keep this simple. You've earned some training. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Then let us begin. Let the blade fill your hand. Let the blade become your hand. Be mindful of your breathing and listen carefully to my words. Remarkable. There are fighters who possess natural talent, but you are beyond that. Your muscle memory is that of someone far more experienced.
Farewell. Let's see, I'm a huge fan of Ghost 2. I was so mad when I learned that I missed them in my country. Oh, that sucks. Oh, cool. Yeah, I nearly missed them myself, but Dread got me a ticket right before. Yeah, I kept looking for tickets, because they sold out so quickly. Usually we're really fast at getting the tickets, but this time we had seen them so many times, so Ghost didn't want to push me into going again. So pretty much every good seat was sold out. But I used the Ticketmaster website to find the resale tickets for people who sold it back to Ticketmaster. Oh well, they didn't sell it back. They used the auction house function of the Ticketmaster website. And I found a pretty good seat. And I contacted Ghost Penguin right away, because usually they sell within 10 minutes. And I was like, do you want to go? There's one spot there. And she was like, yes. Yes, she really wanted to go, right? And she went, and she had the best time. Yeah, I'm glad I got a hold of a ticket for her. It is her favorite band. I mean, there's not a lot of people on Twitch, I don't think, that have the name of their favorite band as a part of their tag, you know? And how many times have we seen Ghost together, Ghost? I think it's 3 times, 4 times now? It was a really great seat, and It was an open spot right next to me, which was a bit annoying. Yeah, because then I could have been there, right? 3. Oh! I am clicking my headset accidentally. I'm sorry. Accidentally playing some of my favorite music. 3, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that might be right. Can I talk to him to learn more?
Oh, we meet again. The rhyme of your stride betrays you.
Sauron, the one who's after you is the same person who maimed you, yes?
No, you're more relentless than a desert bat lapping up a dead man's tears.
That's poetic of you. I think you're just embarrassed that a drunken sandfly did this to you. Damn! I mean, I'm Harkonnen, but I don't have to be that much of a dick. No average enemy could do this to a swordmaster. Yes, that's better.
You're not wrong. Yes, the one who's after me and the one who made me like this are one and the same. He is the most dangerous man I know.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Have a nice stream. See you next time, both of you. Thank you very much, Takeshi, and thanks for hopping in. I hope you have a really nice evening. And talk soon, hopefully. What are you going to do about this?
I had no aspirations but to wallow in defeat. When you placed the sword hilt in my hand, something awakened. Something that won't let old wrongs lie. Let it lie. If you really want to help me, you can help me get a new pair of eyes.
Eyes?
Artificial eyes, created by the frightful arts of the Tli Laxu.
I'm so glad he said that word, so I didn't have to guess how that's pronounced when reading it in a text. Anyway, let's see. Why have you waited until now to do this? Perhaps revenge and Tli Laxu chicanery are not the best steps forward. You should have your revenge, absolutely.
You're right, of course. I hesitated out of fear of polluting my flesh with metal and inviting Tli Laxu influence into my body. But this is cowardice. Such eyes would make my vengeance possible. Such eyes would be more powerful, more durable than this fragile jelly. The desire for revenge eclipses my hesitation. The time is now. I need your help.
Why me?
I am being watched. You can move about unobserved. I need you to seek out a black market trader by the name of Anushka Hanivar.
Oh.
When you meet her, order a Karana brandy with a Sidrit twist. Order that drink precisely. It's important. Ask her about the eyes.
I'll do what I can.
Off you go then.
Farewell. Okay, cool. So we're going to the nightclub again. But we have some skill points and now we can actually learn some more stuff. Long blade damage, I definitely need that. And normal blade damage as well. But I need to do more missions to be able to learn more. Field medicine. Definitely want to have that as well. Optimized hydration. We get 5... no. Yes, we get 5% more of stamina if we're well hydrated. We're usually always well hydrated, and it is very nice to have extra stamina. But fuck that. We need the knee charge, actually, more than anything. Wait, cooldown 12. Oh. How do I look at my previous... oh, I can't. So probably we went from a cooldown of 15 to 12. And the damage increased by quite a bit as well. So we can do the knee charge all around the place, and I love using it, so that's great. Well, let's go to Hanivar's and see if we can buy that drink with the twist. We already know Anushka is right here.
Welcome back.
I like a Kirana brandy with a Sidrit twist.
That's a special drink. Fresh Sidrit juice is hard to come by on Arrakis.
I'll have a spiced beer then.
Was there anything else with that?
I'd like some prosthetic eyes on the sides. Smooth.
Ah, a rare and discerning garnish to be sure. What you want are some Tlilaxu eyes.
So you can help me.
Afraid not. Tlilaxu eyes are hard to come by on Arrakis. The houses like to monopolize them for their officers.
Saren Varlin needs them desperately.
You're raiding Saren? You didn't hear it from me. But there's a Tlilaxu over at this trading post. Spooky bunch if you ask me. So don't ask me.
Oh. Trading post. Wait, where is it though? Didn't she just tell me though that there is somewhere that someone that I could talk to about that? Well, I missed the plot.
That's a special drink. Was there anything else with it?
Wait, what?
Welcome back. That's a special drink. Was there anything else?
Oh, come on.
Welcome back.
Damn it. Okay, she can't tell me anything else.
That's a special. Was there any?
Okay, so is there a black market inside the city? Actually, it did say in the mission that it was in Haga Basin. So I guess we could just go back and try to find it on our own. Hopefully we'll have a marker for it, right? Maybe it's on the world map. No. No, it said Haga Basin specifically. That is not on the world map. Okay, let's just assume that it's around the middle of the map. I would much rather start in the middle of the map anyway than to start down here. It is very nice though that if you want to reposition on the map, if you have your base on the edge of it, you can just fly out and then just fly around and get to the other side. It's much faster than flying across the entire Haga Basin. I just wish I knew that prior, because I spent a lot of money, because I thought that the only way to get to Harko was by purchasing the flight from the trade post. So I spent 2,500 Solari every time I needed to go there. So during a single quest chain, I could end up spending like 10,000 Solari and making no money at all, you know? Oh, there's a marker right there. It's 4 kilometers away, though. Yeah, we should have gone in from the north. Ah, fuck it, let's just fly. You know what? No. I just said that it's a way smarter way to go about it, so we could actually lessen our time. And it would cost us a lot less fuel as well if we just went out. And I haven't really used that method of transportation before. I don't think the loading times in between the world map. Let's just go in the north. And the Haga Basin is that long either. So most likely we're saving a lot of time. We're saving time, we're saving fuel, everybody wins. And now we're 700 meters away. Quite a few people have built remarkably huge buildings right here. You can tell these are the kind of people who built it right near the edge so they could quick travel all around the map. And they're very close to aluminium, which is right here on top of this. And there's a lot of it up there as well, and on the ground level. So to be honest, this is the place where I should have built my base initially. Oh, it's here. Well, shit, I could have traveled here directly. Well, don't glide too far. Let's find this trader. Oh, he's right here.
Welcome to our humble mart, traveler. Let these few meters of Pinnacle Station demonstrate our home world's technological and biological largesse. We have but one simple request. Do not ask about the origins of our goods, and we, in turn, shall not burden your mind with such knowledge.
I'm in the market for prosthetic eyes.
Well, then you've come to the right place. Are these illicit goods too expensive for you to purchase? Almost certainly. But we propose a trade, yes? There has been trouble. Experiments have escaped their enclosures, fled our custody. We have tracked them to a nearby ecological testing station. Kill our escaped experiments before they attract too much notice. In return, we will provide the eyes you require. Deal?
Deal.
Pleasure doing business with you. I'll be here when you return. You'll leave nothing alive. Yes?
Yes. Okay, so they're doing experiments on people. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Well, it's a good thing we were so close. Had I spent more time talking to him, though, my ornithopter would have been out in the storm. It would have sucked if that was destroyed. Though probably it would not have been destroyed from a single storm, but it would have been gravely damaged. Oh yeah, this is where we actually learned from the first Swordmaster. So this is the location where you find him. Oh, the storm has passed. The doors will open momentarily. So it's pretty far north, right? Because initially you start down here. No, down here. And then you have to travel by foot all the way over here. Subthief. Oh, I think this is where Mustard lives. Mustard Fennec. He's a streamer too, actually. There goes the storm. Goes across the map very fast, but it doesn't cover the entire map though, so if you're lucky it doesn't hit you at all. Okay, let's see. 4 meters. Why is it 4 meters? Complete the contract lab cleanup. Okay. Wait, enter. Okay, it's roughly 1 kilometer away. So we should be able to fly there in no time. Come on. Ooh, there are a lot of resources enough at this place. Just a shame that you can't really drive up there with a buggy, though. Because the laser on the buggy is a lot more efficient than the laser you carry in your own hands. I think we're just gonna ignore these guys and go straight in. So nice to finally have black and red on this instead of brown and blue or whatever it was. Oh, what the hell? Ow. Wow. I've never seen these enemies before. They were unshielded though, so probably I could just use my weapon and kill them. Oh no. These are not unshielded. Ooh. Well, the knee charge certainly has gotten a lot more powerful. Okay, so one door opened. Did the rest open as well? No. Okay, so I need to gain or find access wristbands for that. Probably don't have to keep looting those. But I've made a habit of looting every container I see so that I know that I've been in that area. But I have so much ammo now that I should probably actually deposit some of it in my base. Because they're gonna start occupying more spaces than I need. But I suppose I could just drop them if I need the space. Sounds like there's someone else down here as well. There we go. An access band. Is there any loot here? Yes. Now, I've said this many times, but testing stations have a lot of loot that you can't get anywhere else. So we want to loot everything we can. And Funcom like to reward people for exploring. So usually they will hide caches on remote places that you don't necessarily have to run to. So there could very well be a cache down here somewhere. Not this time though. But had I just gone on, I would not have noticed that room right there. Nope. That's not the right way. think maybe my belt is about to break. Yes, it is. So hopefully I'll find another one here. Oh, other players.
Friend?
Not in a talkative mood right now.
I'm glad to hear you have the field site in operation. We'll soon be sending new recruits to you as part of their field training. These are good Dune men who know how to work. Get them started with assembling ammunition and small arms. The men love nothing better than crafting their own gear. Well done, Marwan. You are a credit to the Sandflies movement.
I missed something. There it is. Okay, we're going back to the trader, and I think we've killed everyone here as well. That's the wrong way, though. Oh wow. Let's actually fly a little bit closer to these guys because I want to have a look at their buildings. That is a very intricate structure right here. This is a player base. I mean, it is pretty cool that they build in such a huge fashion, but imagine having to run up these steps all the time. Like, I would just use my grappling hook and go up here, right? But probably they have a lot of stuff up here, I guess? No, this is where they land their ships then. Yeah, because they have the basics up here that they would need. Stuff to drop off, right? They can also land directly into their base right here, which is probably what they do. Yeah, you have the ships right down there. Kind of sucks to have such a glorious neighbor though, and then have these little houses right here. This must be a very good place to have a base though, because damn near every piece of the map down here is occupied. Wow, this dude has made 4 different walls? Why? Okay, so he's built 6 of those walls when he could have just spent 2. That's a huge waste of resources. Well, you'll probably learn the way I've learned when I've done my mistakes.
Welcome back.
Your experiments have been put down.
Your thoroughness is appreciated. We are a man of our word. A pair of Trilaksu eyes. Simply insert them into the ocular cavities. They do the rest.
Farewell. Okay, so that wasn't too hard. I mean, we had to do a testing station, but still. So we're just gonna go north to the edge of the map here so we can fast travel to Harko. Because that's gotta be the fastest way to get out. Well, At least now I know that this is a very lucrative place to have your base. It is pretty obvious to me as well that I've overstayed in my first, or, well, second base area to my own detriment. I should have moved my base here. Maybe, I mean, I'll consider building it all anew. I do love building, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Oh, there's a lot of a resource that I really want. You see all these black veins right here? I can make those into plastone. And that doesn't mean anything to you probably, but that means that I can change the color of my tiles to black. So I'm just gonna mine a shitload of this and put it into my chopper before we go. And then I'll have to drop by my base afterwards. It doesn't weigh much either, and you get a lot of it, so... I could then, maybe just by doing this mining expedition once, change the entire base I have to the Harkonnen aesthetic. Harkonnen aesthetic, I mean. Oh, awkward. Though I do quite like it the way it is, to be honest, because I do like the mix of the monochrome black and white, you know? But I have a few pieces that I would love to change the color of. Oh, I broke my belt. It's gonna make it a lot harder or time consuming to do this. So we'll see how long I'm gonna bother with it. We don't need a shield up here though. Right, I don't have a belt. I just said it and then I immediately forgot about it. It's a shame I can't repair on the go. I may have to move my thopter a little bit. Ah, damn. I parked it up here. So I'm gonna have to climb. Luckily not that far though. It is a fairly good way to negate your fall damage if you can just catch yourself with the grappling hook on the way down. Especially when you don't have the planar belts or the what do you call it? The belt, anyway. Seems to be a fairly good spot to be mining aluminium as well. Aluminum, I mean. I think I'm just going to use those interchangeably, because I keep saying aluminium and changing it back to aluminum, and then I do the opposite as well. Kind of a waste of time. And probably I'm the only one who cares anyway. Should be full pretty soon, right? I feel like I've been mining. Oh, you can have a lot of it. Okay. Well, I probably won't have to do this more than once then, which is nice. But then again, when I first start building, I tend to use quite a bit of resources to do minor details and stuff. And for the last 2 hours, I haven't really done any grinding at all, so I suppose it was about time that I did something. Now, I don't have to do this. This is purely for the aesthetic, really. But I do enjoy building, especially off-stream, so I won't be building a lot today, during the stream anyway. There's some players down there. Oh, this is a PvP area. I need to be careful. Actually, I should turn my shield on. Because they are fighting each other down there. Actually, I want to get the fuck out of this area. I don't want to engage in PvP at all. At least not without my armor. Because I'm currently wearing my distill suit, which I'm primarily using so that I don't run out of water and I don't have to spend time on that. And seeing as my distill suit is of such a high quality, I have a fair bit of armor on it as well, but it's maybe around half of the armor I would have had, if not less, if I was wearing my battle suit, so to speak. Okay, have we cleared this area pretty well? There's one ore right there, but I don't know if it's salt or not. No, I think that'll do for now. Should we need more, we can always come back, right? So now we're going back to Harco to deliver the eyes. And in return we will get some more Swordmaster training.
I need to speak to Derek again. I've completed it all, just need to talk to him again to get the next
Let's do that. Let's fly south Haga Basin, go speak to Derek, and then we'll do everything that we need to do in Haga Basin. And then we have to go to Araking anyway after we hand in.
Okay.
They were talking about doing the planetology missions, I think.
Oh, we meet again. The rhyme of your stride betrays you.
Hey, Slack Jeff. Oh, it's going very well. I actually went by your base earlier in the stream to have a look at how you were set up. I think I've actually gotten to a point where I've gone past you. Because I stayed up pretty much all night playing because I've started my vacation.
Yes? You do? Please, place them in my hand. Carefully.
Yeah, it absolutely has. I'm really enjoying the game, though. I've progressed a lot more in the story missions, and they're so good. I mean, honestly, I'm having so much fun now. Because I've been spending so much time just gathering resources, building up my base and all that. And to be completely honest, I think I've done so much grinding that my gear now is a little bit too good. Like when I'm doing the story missions now, the enemies are pretty easy to defeat because my gear is really, really good. It's kind of a RPG, the story missions are great. Absolutely. And I really like the fact that you can choose your different, the different things you say. Especially when you're playing Harkonnen, because you have a lot of like, deception and that kind of thing. So you can fool them into divulging information that they necessarily wouldn't do otherwise. So I'm very thankful that I made such an evil-based character. Anyway, place them in my hand carefully. Let's do that.
Now that the moment is here, I find myself hesitant.
I'm told all you have to do is place the eyes in your sockets.
The only way forward is forward. I must do this.
The eyes, do they work? I will give you some time to adjust. Will I?
Strange. I can see, but it is not the sight I recall. In the gory darkness of my mangled eyes, I could see no future beyond these cesspool alleys. Now, I see possibilities. I see a path, thin as the single-moleculed edge of an obsidian blade, leading me to retribution. The self-pity drains like pus from a wound. It is a feeling that's a little like hope, and a lot like hate.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me. I've been doing this mission for the Swordmaster because he was blinded by his enemies. He knows who the enemy who did it to him was, but he didn't want to tell me. So I had to venture into a testing station filled with all these kinds of weird enemies that I've never seen before. And in return, they gave me some prosthetic eyes that I gave to him just now. Let's see, he's filled with hope and hate. It's good to see you're back in action, Master Varlin.
You have done me a tremendous service. I shall not forget. Now you've more than earned some training.
That's why you were looking for eyes. Absolutely. I am ready for training, though.
Let the blade fill your hand?
Yes.
You seem to know the exercise before I even taught you the sequence. It's almost suspicious.
Well, I'm Neo, didn't you know? Okay. So now we can unlock more of the skill tree, higher ranks than we already have. I could lessen the knee charge cooldown to 10 seconds. And it will do a lot more damage as well. It's gonna go from 160 damage to 325. So I'm gonna be kicking the hell out of people with that. I could also increase my blade damage to 9% from 6. or long blade damage by 5%. No, I can't afford that. I'm gonna do the knee charge. I love the knee charge. Okay, so is there more he can tell me?
What have you learned?
I must know more about your enemies, Aaron. Haven't I earned your trust?
Yes, but let's take a moment to enjoy my newfound sight and to further your training. Go out into the blasted desert, hone your form in grueling heat. Should a bandit challenge you, seize the opportunity for practical application.
Okay, so I'm going out just to kick ass.
Off you go then.
That's my kind of mission right there. I think we are, we have quite a bit of money right now, I think. I've got 56,000 with me. And I think I have some back in the base as well. So I think we're gonna buy some of the skins for our vehicles. Now I can't, or actually maybe I should save it. Because at rank 4 I can change the look of my Thopter. I suppose that would be better. Give me your blade chip and chatter. And chatter? Well, hopefully it doesn't chatter.
What will it be?
Let's see. Let's sort it by price. Oh, I can actually learn how to have the look of an Atreides deserter. That's pretty cool. Mercenary light armor, I already have that. It looks pretty cool though. Harkonnen sandbike. I don't use my sandbike anymore. Buggy variant. I mean, I quite like how the buggy looks, but I don't use it that frequently. No, fuck it. I think we're just gonna wait. Because the price of the Ornithopter customizable was pretty high. Oh yeah, no, of course. I'm just messing with you. Let's see, I think we should go here. And then we'll go in on the eastern side so we're close to our base. It's roughly around the middle of the map anyway. And I'm assuming that the bandits he wants us to kill are probably in the northern part. Maybe northwest, but we'll see. I need to drop off some of the materials that I got as well, so that I can make more of the Harkonnen look for my base. I am also contemplating moving my base to a better location, because at this point, it would be really nice if I could use the buggy to gather aluminium. Instead of having to fly around with the Ornithopter and manually get all of it. And I can't really do that now, because then I would spend so much time driving to and from. And yeah, that's not really what I want. Oh. Yeah, I see Stack Jeff is on as well. I don't know, are you still there, Stack Jeff? I suppose Jeff will suffice. There's our base right there. Now... Oh, I'm not carrying any basalt stone. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make that into plastone. Is this not where we do that? Maybe I do that here. Yes. Okay, so I need silicone, which I have in abundance, and basalt stone. Why can I only make 11? Oh, they're really expensive. Oh shit. I honestly thought that I had grinded way more than I needed to. And I'm realizing that if I want to change my entire base to look different, I'm gonna have to grind a lot more. But now I know that there's a lot of it in the north, though. I really wish that I could attach some lights up here, because I feel like the fact that it's so black, especially... I mean, during the day you can see that there's a face there. But I would like it to be lit up so that you can see the face from a distance. Because right now I have the face on both sides, right? Oh, right. I forgot that I don't have the belt. I need to repair that. Oh. What just happened? Maybe there was like a sandworm spice explosion on the other side or something. I don't know. Man, walking around without that belt is not great. Because I'm so used to just floating around, you know? Oh, I need to make a new one. This is so bad. Do I make it here? No. Probably this place then. Right? Oh, here we go. Oh, it only costs 10 iron? Well, shit. There's no point in me repairing it then. I can just exchange it for a brand new one. Whoops. Now we can destroy that. I think we should probably leave some of our money as well. Yeah, okay, so we have almost 100k. Which is not bad. I don't think I need over 1,000 light darts though. But I'm not really sure where I should leave it. Probably in this case, I suppose. Let's just split that in half. Oh, forgot to claim the stuff here. Let's see. I think everything else is up to par though. Yeah. Maybe see if we need to repair the ship a little bit. Just preemptively keep it fixed. I'm not sure if it pays off to repair it more frequently, or if it actually matters at all. I feel like if there's more damage, then it would make sense for the red field to grow larger if you leave it unrepaired for a long time before you actually choose to repair it. But I'm not necessarily right just because I think that's a logical thing. Okay, how much water do we have right now? I think we probably have more than we need. But I could distill some. Yes, we're almost full up. And I don't really think I have anything to create here. But yeah, wait. Jeff is still here, I would like to inform him about some stuff. I see you're in the chat, Jeff, but I'm, well, not in the chat, but in a viewer, but you might just be lurking, so I don't know. If you are there, though, I have some tips for you that I've recently learned. There you are, okay. So, you probably already know this, but you can actually deposit directly out of the ornithopter directly into a chest just by clicking up here. So you don't have to run back and forth to move it. Now, you probably knew that. It took me a lot of hours to learn that. Another thing that's really interesting is this kind of hack that you can do, where instead of, if I make something in the small chemical refinery, I can make a deposit into a set chest without having to go here, pick it up, and place it myself. I don't know if you're aware of this. If you know how to do that, I don't need to tell you, but just let me know, because I can tell you it's super easy to do. So right now, for me, these two will deposit into this chest, and those two up there will deposit automatically into this one. And every time I make ingots, they will automatically go in here. Yes, circuits, absolutely. But the hack you can do with the circuits is that you fill all these spaces right here with just a single light dart. Because if you don't do that, the metal will first go in here, and then when this is full, it will then move in the circuit. So as long as you fill this up, it will go directly into the chest of your choosing. Oh, you get a lot from just one blaststone. So yeah, that's super handy. It's saving me a lot of time when it comes to running back and forth in the base, moving stuff around. And prior it was so that if you filled this with materials, then it would stop crafting, right? And this only has 4 spots. So if that stacks up, it will just stop. But if you use the circuitry, it will go automatically over here. So that's very nice. I was unaware of that until fairly recently. I'm not sure if I have any more tips than that right now, anyway. But to me, those revelations were pretty huge. Like, it took me a while to ignore my ego, because I didn't want to watch any of these stuff I wish I knew videos, because I wanted to figure stuff out on my own. And then I watched a single one, and I was like, shit, there's so many practices here that I've not been doing. Like, I was not using circuits at all, and whenever I was grinding, like going to a place with the aluminium, placing it in the chopper, and then running back and forth, putting it in the different chests. I did that for so long. And it just really opened my eyes, just watching one video. But I feel like you have done a better job than me when it comes to choosing a location for your base. Because I've been very happy with this place, especially because I'm so close to the border. But I started to notice when I need to mine aluminium that having to fly from here to mine it was kind of a bother. But I noticed on my way flying over there that there's a lot of like spires here, and on top of those spires there's aluminium. So then I only had to go here, so it wasn't that far after all. But seeing as they're on the spires, I can't use the buggy, and the buggy gives so much more resources, right? And another thing I also figured out was that you can combine the different marks for your vehicles. Meaning you can have a Mark 1 buggy, or well, whatever the first mark is, whatever. So the frame of it can be made of steel, right? and then you can have a Mark 4 or 5 laser and put it on the chassis of a Mark 1 buggy. In my mind, I thought that I would have to exchange the entire vehicle for a higher mark to be able to attach it. So, but now I have a bigger inventory, a bigger storage space, and a better laser attached to a steel buggy. Because it being steel is so much easier, and then I don't have to keep mining so much aluminum and duraluminum, or aluminium, whatever, to get it up to snuff. The only thing that I'm kind of bummed about is that you can't upgrade the storage unit on the Scout Ornithopter. Did that last week, super useful. Yeah, I just wish I knew, because I actually had done it without realizing I'd done it, because I had attached a Mark III booster to my sand bike that I just happened to find, and then I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize until I took off the booster to attach my storage that, oh shit, this is Mark III, this works. And then I was like, shit, I've been wasting so much time grinding parts for a complete new vehicle, because I was like, oh, well, there's no point in me getting the buggy unless I get a higher tier of buggy, and it's super expensive. Will it be worth it, etc., etc. So when I figured that out, I was like, oh well, shit, I'm gonna just make a steel buggy right away, and then get the most important parts, the storage and the laser, at a higher rate or a higher tier. Someone is probably mining some flower sand over there. Talked about it on stream for a bit, but I guess you weren't there. It's why I prioritized the... Oh, okay. Yeah, I think maybe we did, actually. And moved house. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I missed the part of why you were moving. I only just saw it on the map when I came on that you had moved. I'm not sure if... Have you started with the distillery yet? The death stills and stuff. Because the game pretty much blew wide open when I started using those. I mean, look at all these water tanks that I have right here. Yeah, okay, cool. The good thing for me, though, is that I can easily make a lot of these normal death stills, because I'm so close to iron and being able to make steel, because I can get carbon right over here, and I have steel all over here. So that's the better part for me, is that it's very easy for me to come by water, but it's a lot harder than it needs to be for me to get aluminium. I kind of wanted to ask you how far you've gotten in your story quests, but I really don't want to spoil anything, and I really don't want to have anything spoiled either. So I think I'm just gonna withhold the question. I think we're gonna need... Such a shame that I don't have room for one more chest here. Maybe I could actually... Yeah, I mean, I would absolutely love to discuss it. And I think that the next time I see you streaming, I will get a grasp of how far you've gotten. But for now, I think I'm just gonna zip my lip, because I really don't want to spoil anything for you. Vice versa. Okay, I need to find a place to have past stone. I think we're just gonna create a space over here, maybe. I'm not sure how much of this I can carry. Oh, it's super heavy. Wait, am I carrying something? No. Fairly certain that I can actually make my entire base in the Harkonnen style now that I've grinded this. But I'm gonna have to do that off stream, because if I start building on stream, that's all I'm gonna be doing. And the hours will just slip away into the night. But you're streaming tomorrow, Jeff, right? Is it 4 days a week? Like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? No. 3 days then, obviously. Evidently I can't count. When do you traditionally start? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, it's 4 days. Okay, cool. Yeah, I should have been in your stream earlier today, but I wasn't playing the game then. 12 PM UK. Okay. Not bad. Okay, so that should be 1 o'clock here, right? If I'm not mistaken. What am I doing right now? I'm just running around. What do we need right now? Practice knee charge. Well, shit. No problem there. Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that I don't feel obligated to be in your stream or anything. I just enjoy it. Now I can fly. I'm just scooping up all the quests. So fun. Yeah, it's so much easier to get around. It really is a huge game changer, being able to fly. For me, the biggest part of it was that it was so much faster to get aluminium. Because for me, right, I thought that I had to go all the way from my base down here with a sand bike with an inventory up here on top. I mean, on top of these two mountains right here, there's a ton of aluminium. So when I fly up there now, I don't really do that anymore because I usually only go here. But you can easily fill your ornithopter just by going up to these two hills. You might actually fill it just by going to one hill. And it's so close to you as well. But you probably have it over here as well, right? That's probably why you built it up here. I've also noticed when I've been doing missions that a lot of people build in this area right here. So I'm thinking maybe that's a good place to be. Because it's so much easier to access the entire map just by flying out and using the world map. I didn't realize that until fairly recently, that I could just fly out here, fly around on the world map to the other side. So I've been crossing all over the place with the ornithopter. Thousands of aluminium now, and I've made everything. Yeah, exactly. So, are you driving around with a buggy in your area, mining it with a laser, or are you using your ornithopter? Just starting on the next tier. Yeah, okay, so you're doing the duraluminum, whichever one. Yeah, the buggy. I mean, and it's also a lot easier to use. But I really wish they had a key binding to swap in between using the... oh, every enemy here is gone. Anyway, a key binding to swap to using the laser and going back to the main seats.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
Well, never mind me. There we go. Oh, finally an enemy. Let's kick him to death. There we go. Wait. Practice Eye of the Storm. Well, I don't even think I have that. Damn, I need 2 skill points for that. Had I known that it was part of the mission, I would have learned it. That's a shame. Because I recently respec too, so I can't actually do anything about that right now.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm.
Yeah, no, I envy the placement of your base. It is a much smarter place to be than where I am. Though there are advantages for me as well, like with the water cisterns and stuff. But then again, if you get a high grade buggy, I suppose just having make your own adventure and then just going with the buggy down south to get some iron really isn't that big of a problem. If you equip a cutaway before you jump in the buggy, you get good resource gathering instead of poor on the turret. Wait, if you equip a cutaway before you jump in. Wait, so if I'm holding the cutaway in my hand and then I go into the buggy, the laser will be better? Oh. Does it actually matter? That's so odd. I'm gonna have to check that. Okay, let's have a look without it first. So I have 2 iron veins right outside my base here, so I'm gonna easily check that. Let's see how much we get for 1. Okay, so we got 176. Let's see. Okay, and now let's hold this. Oh shit, there's a sandstorm right here. Fuck me. I was not paying attention. Oh, Jesus. Good efficiency instead of poor. Oh, it passed by. Okay, so now I was holding the tool. Let's see if there's a difference. It might actually say that it's good, but does it make a difference to the amount that I get? Because, I mean, that's the only thing that really matters, right? Okay, just to make sure, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna equip this and go in. And then, let's see. Yeah, no, it's the same. But it says great efficiency instead of good or poor. But the amount is still the same. So I'm not really sure what that efficiency thing is really talking about. Like, because I mean, if the efficiency is different, but it gives you the same amount, then what is actually the difference? Because you'd think that if it went from good to great efficiency, that would make a difference to the amount, right? Like that would be the entire point. Okay, so it seems like my base really doesn't, or the buggy doesn't like the entrance I've made here, so I think we're just gonna have to change that a little bit. Maybe I should use the Harkonnen ramp instead. Suppose it doesn't really matter. Seems to make it slightly faster. Oh! Oh, that's what it means. Okay. I thought the efficiency was the amount. But that does make sense then. Not much difference, but it adds up. Oh, it definitely will add up. Especially when you're out on a mining trip. that will definitely make a world of difference. Over time, that will definitely scale up quite a bit, right? And I mean, if you can make it better, of course you want it to be better. Sorry, I'm currently playing, so it's hard. Dude, of course, just play. Don't let me keep you, just enjoy your game and have a good time. I did not, well, I didn't really recognize that there was any problem at all. So, and I mean, whenever I'm in a Twitch chat with anyone, especially when they're playing games, there will be a lot of people writing stuff wrong, dyslexia or not, you know. And also, I mean, my brother is dyslexic, so I'm used to it. It doesn't really register with me at all. I don't think about it. A well-practiced practiced dyslexic. The irony of me not being able to read that. Oh, did you know that there's an auction house? Or the equivalent of a World of Warcraft auction house in the game? I didn't even know that. So there's so much loot that I should have been selling for additional Solari that I've just been destroying for pieces of gear that I don't need. Not pieces of gear, items. Yeah, no, it's actually pretty crazy. In Harco and in Arakeen, there is a what is it called? A chome. I can't remember. It's something to do with chome, anyway. Chome provider or something like that. And it's actually a trading post so that you can sell gear you don't need for whatever much Solari you want. So I didn't realize that until earlier today. So like for me, I have a lot of pretty good gear like this that I'm no longer using and I will never need to use again. That I can just sell for like 10,000 Solari. And that would all add up over time, right? And probably these two armor chests as well that I no longer need. I could also sell for quite a bit. So if I went to a normal trade post and tried to sell it, I would get like what, like 500? And you get like 10 times that at a trading post in a city. I've been very stupid about it too, because I thought the only way you could go to Harco or Arakeen was by using the trading post flying system. I didn't know that I could fly off to the world map until very recently. So I kept buying the ticket to go there while doing the quest lines there. So I would spend easily, while doing one quest chain, I would spend 10,000 Solari just in travel expenses. So stupid. I also accidentally fucked up for myself and deleted a tile that was right underneath one of my boxes, and it had 50,000 Solari in it, and I didn't notice, and it despawned. That was rough. So I lost 50k. Not thrilled about that, to be sure. Let's see, should we? No, we're pretty much completely full up. I also really underutilized the cisterns. Dude, I'm talking to you so much now and not letting you just play. I'm gonna stop saying stuff that you need to reply to and just gonna let you do your own thing. Let's see. What do we want to do? I think we're actually gonna do the Harkonnen quest line. So we just need to go over to Riftwatch, which is very close. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just noticed that I'm impeding your ability to just devote yourself to the game, and for all I know, you're talking to mission NPCs and stuff, and I'm just rambling on about stuff I just realized I could do. Oh, like a glove. Did I go? Oh, it's not even close. I'm gonna have you on the second screen if I didn't watch you there. Well, I appreciate the sentiment of that. I just don't want to... The thing is, I don't really have that many friends playing this game. Like, I have my small community that I've gotten mainly through Dead by Daylight. And they will pop in and we'll talk about other stuff that doesn't really have that much to do with the game. So when I finally have someone to talk to about the game, I just start rambling.
I heard a whisper you were headed my way.
Here's my report. We're looking for a carrier pilot named Trip Yates.
Very good. Give me your findings. Well done, darling. Let me just run that name through my network.
What's the next step?
Next, we find the unfortunately named Trip. Let's see. Yes, I believe I have a possible location.
Already?
My web reaches everywhere, darling. And the little spiders I employ work very fast. Don't be jealous, darling. I'm going to tell you what Peter de Vries told me. You are my absolute favorite.
Right.
At least so long as you prove useful.
Exactly. Is that a threat? No. So how do I ensure I remain your favorite? Or should I say, I bet you say that to all your little spiders. No, yeah. So how do I ensure I remain your favorite?
Just keep impressing me, darling. Now go give Trip Yates a good shake and see what information tumbles out of him.
Let's see. I've set my sights on this shabby carrier pilot Trip Yates. The Sandflies contracted him to transport a container from the Kytheria wreck. He takes most of his work from smugglers and can be found at the Crossroads trade post. Inflict your tender mercies upon him until information comes tumbling out. I'll find him.
I have no doubt. Details, as always, are in the contract.
Okay, let's go find this Trip Yates. I also would not mind going over to the Mentat trainer here and asking her where the advanced Mentat trainer is. Because if it's in Harko, then I really want to get that done as well.
Back again. Our journey together ends here. I can take you no further. The seats of the great houses are your best chance. Harko and Erakin. I recall seeing the Old Adept pass through from time to time.
Well, super Russian lady, that's great. That I know I can go to Harko then. I also stupidly thought that I couldn't go to Arakin because I'm Harkonnen, and obviously that was wrong. because I went to Arakeen yesterday. 5 kilometers. Well, shit, we're gonna fly off map then and go in from the other side. By the way, Jeff, I highly recommend that you gather spice whenever you see one of those big purple clouds or explosions happening on the map. Because when you're entering your next tier, you're gonna need to... How the hell am I further away now than I was? What? Oh my god. Well, whatever. No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, I recommend that you gather all the purple spice that you find. Yeah, exactly. And the reason why it's really smart to do it right away and to start prioritizing it is that most people who aren't streamers and who don't play as much, they will also start needing that eventually, right? And then it will be a bigger competition to run out there and get it. Well, now we're kind of in this golden era where whenever you see an explosion and you're relatively close, you know that you will mostly be alone to run over there. But I suppose that is more common in the area near my base than it is in your area, because you have a lot of more advanced players there, right? Man, I really just want to get a... Well, I would love to get a new computer altogether, but just a new graphics card would be so good. Just to reduce the stuttering in the game. Just for Dune alone. I mean, for every game, really, but Dune is my obsession as of late.
Salutations and greetings to you on this fortuitous meeting, my stranger and friend-to-be. I have a premonition. We shall be good friends.
Goodbye. Talk to the wrong dude.
Hey, friend, what can I do you for, huh?
Jesus Christ, this voice actor is constipated. I need information, Trip Yates.
That's so. Maybe it's old Trip's lucky day. Information is like currency, right? As valuable as gold or spice. Well, maybe not spice. What you offering?
Did this earlier today. Oh, okay. He sounds... I mean, it's kind of part of the dialect, I know. And I don't want to offend anyone with the dialect, because I quite like it. But just this voice actor alone sounds like he is in the middle of a really tight hug, so he doesn't have access to all the air in his lungs. Like he's like completely pressed together. Let's see. What you offering? I'm not about to say please, I'm Harkonnen. I got 50 bullets. If I put them in your belly, will you shit my change? Yes, we were saying that.
Hey, no need to get ugly. I'll talk. Yeah, tell you anything you want to know. Everyone knows you can trust old Trip.
Kind of feel bad though, he's such a positive dude, and I just told him that I would shoot him 50 times in the belly. What did the Sandflies hire you to recover from the Kytheria wreck?
You know, yeah, it's just it's just medical supplies to take to...
Trip.
Alright, don't be that way. Was it medical supplies? I don't know what it was. Honest, it kind of thing that attracts scary folk. You know what I mean?
What kind of scary folk?
Someone called the Red Scorpion got in touch with the Sandflies to hire me to transport the cargo. It's no questions asked kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Word on the wind is serious folk are after this. Crime lords, spies, maybe even Imperials. Well, that's all I know. Swear to spice.
Trip.
Alright. I heard the rumour that this Red Scorpion can be found at an old testing station. So, can I go now? My cargoes won't smuggle themselves.
Goodbye. He kind of reminds me of one of my closest friends. He's kind of like a, he's got like the positive energy of like a really happy golden retriever. So I kind of feel bad for talking shit to him. But I'm trying to live like the Harkonnen fantasy. And it's hard to do that if I'm all positive and kind all the time. You kind of have to be a dick occasionally. Just to hear the options that you get from that, right? I really wish that they had a toggle button for the free look, to be honest. Because I really like this, and being able to do this. But as a streamer as well, being able to toggle so that I don't interfere with the steering is very nice. Because if I accidentally drag my mouse over to a chat window or something like that, I will change the course and I will spend a lot of time flying. And usually I do tend to be more attentive in my chat and have to deal with that stuff and go off screen to read about where I'm going and that kind of thing. So I would love for a toggle function to be here. They have also removed a function that they used to have. They changed the vulture function on the Ornithopter. Because you used to have one function to just flat out go into the gliding function. And then you had the function where you held the shift key, the vulture function, to dive down and go into a faster mode of transportation. And I think you only have one now, and it's the dive. So it seems like they almost removed that function through a hotfix.
I heard a whisper you were headed my way.
Here's my report. We're looking for someone called the Red Scorpion. But haven't I killed the Red Scorpion?
The Red Scorpion? Oh, yes. I have a dossier on him. Real name.
How do we find the Red
A distressed
Scorpion?
little bird. Recently caught in my web. Said he's holed up in Desert Testing Station number 142. Find him and find that mysterious cargo.
I'm fairly confident that I've already killed him, but I may be wrong in that.
Get the information by any means necessary. I want whatever it was that was on the Kytheria.
Oh my god, giving that to this woman? That sounds like a terrible idea. I mean, she doesn't even have allegiance to her own house. And continuously talks about the usefulness of everyone else around her for her to make the climb in the house that she doesn't even like. She despises the Harkonnen. Even though she looks like she's 100% a Harkonnen. Well, I think that's gonna be it for me tonight. Ghost Penguin just came in and wanted to, she wants to watch something and chill out before we go to bed. So I'm gonna be leaving you now, but I'll hop into your stream tomorrow though, Jeff. I am planning on streaming some myself as well, but I don't have to do it at the same time though. But I mean, we'll see. I also have a lot of stuff to do. W stream, man. Have a good night. Yeah, you too, Jeff. Enjoy the game, and I'll talk to you soon. And that'll be it for me today. I'm gonna have to play some DBD soon, I think, because I'm losing the grasp on my main viewer base, which is kind of a bummer. I've gone from a general view count of 8 to an average of 2, which is not great. But I love Dune too much to be playing anything else at the moment. Anyway, we'll deal with that as we go. But that will be it for me today. The cats need to be played with, and the girlfriend wants to watch something fun. So we're gonna go watch some Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I think, and just relax. Anyway, have a great evening, everyone, and thank you so much for hopping on.